I was a young teenager. Um, and when I say young teenager, it had to be like 13, 14 years old. Um, we were at home, and in my house, I have two younger sisters. At my house, we had to do our chores. Like most people, you got to do your chores. So every week, somebody was assigned to wash the dishes. And when my mother said wash the dishes, she really meant clean the kitchen. So just because you see dishes on the calendar and your name, that don't mean just wash the dishes. It means clean the entire kitchen. So um, this may or may not have been my week to do the dishes. And I say that because if my sisters didn't do the dishes, my mother would just ask me to do it. And being the good, obedient child that I was, I just did the dishes. So it may or may not have been my week. I just know I was doing the dishes. Okay? Now, whenever I'm doing the dishes, and I don't remember this ever happening to my sisters because I don't even remember them washing dishes. So whenever I'm washing the dishes, my dad would come and he would check the water and make sure the water was hot enough. And then he will also check the dishes that I washed already in the dish rack to make sure they were clean. Sometimes there will be a dish that wasn't 100% clean because I didn't get like all the cheese off or whatever. And sometimes a dish sits too long, it's hard to kind of get that cheese off, especially if it's mozzarella cheese. Sometimes you don't even see it. I don't know why. But so he will put the dish back in the sink, but he wouldn't just stop at that dish. He would put all of the dishes in the sink. And sometimes he would even go in the cabinet and take out the dishes from the cabinet and put that in the sink. So I would then have to wash all those dishes again, plus dishes that weren't even used. So you can imagine how upset that would make a child. Like, I ain't even mess with, I ain't even touch those dishes. Why would you then put those dishes in the sink? So after about the second or third time of this happening, I'm like, oh, this is going to be like a constant thing. I started plotting on revenge. And I don't consider myself a vengeful person, but when somebody pushes you like that, something's got to give. So I said, okay, like clockwork, this man would come into the kitchen, check the water, check the dishes. Sometimes he'll check the dishes, then check the water. Either way, if he coming in the kitchen when I'm in there washing dishes, he's checking the dishes and the water. So one day, I used to wear like the little dishwashing cleaning gloves. So I'm washing the dishes like a good, obedient child. Washing the dishes, and I said to myself, I'm going to turn this water, the cold water, off and just have it hot water. But because the water got really hot, like scalding hot, I had to do it a little bit at a time. So I made sure as soon as I started the dishes, I was taking the water as hot as I could take it. Then I kept turning the cold water more and more off. Like, and just kept getting my hands adjusted to the hot water. So kept, by the time he was on his way to the kitchen, I don't even think the cold water was on. And I am taking this hot water. I'm taking it. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, my hands were red after I took them gloves off when I was done with the dishes. So I'm washing the dishes in that hot water because I had to make sure my hands stayed adjusted. I had to keep my hands in that water. So I'm scrubbing, making sure it's clean. I don't want to give this man no reason to put a dish in this sink. So I am examining these dishes. I'm like, ugh. And we ain't had no type of pasta or nothing that day. So I'm just scrubbing away. I got the back, the front, the sides, everything. So I'm just scrubbing away. And like clockwork, here he come. It was like, oh, here he comes. So in my head, I got to stay calm. I got to keep my poker face on. And I said to myself, ooh, he coming. So I'm just washing. I've been washing this plate for quite some time because I was waiting for this man to come. Washing this plate. I'm like, come on, Cletus. Woo! But I'm trying to keep my poker face on and just wash my dishes. But in my head, I'm like, woo, bring your ass. That's how I am in my head. Just come on. So I'm washing. Here he come. He checked the dishes. Ain't found a dirty dish. Ain't found nothing. And he coming to put that, I see that hand coming in from the side. I see it. I was like, oh, this gonna be good, right? He put his hand in that water. The way that man jumped, I was like, yeah, bitch. That's all I could say in my head. Yeah, bitch. He adjusted that water so quick, like, oh, this is too hot. I'm like, hot for a fucking reason. Wash them dishes. I ain't never felt such joy in my heart. Woo! The joy I felt seeing that man hand get burned like that. Like, whoo! Oh, somebody jump! Oh my God. He adjusted that water. I finished washing them dishes. I promise you he ain't never come check that water again. I promise you he ain't never come check that water again. Don't mess with me, man. Don't mess with me. Because I wasn't doing it. I was a child. I was a child. Being an obedient, good child on top of that. You gonna come messing with me. Always checking my water and checking these damn dishes and putting all the... If you just put in the one that I messed up, I ain't get quite clean. That's one thing. But you gonna come put all the dishes and all... Even, you gonna come put all the dishes, get the dishes out the cat. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? So it was on me to teach your ass a lesson. And that was a joyful. Oh, it brought such joy to my heart to see that man get burned like that. Whew. Probably still shouldn't bring a smile to my face today, but it does.